On Bitcoin, we are perfectly on track now on our inverse head and shoulders pattern. Price target is here in top of 135,000 US dollars. So with this liquidity grab to the downside, we're building exactly the right shoulder and now trading here in direction of our filling the, what is it like, which kind of level we have it here, like 113,800 US dollars. So it's kind of on a good way, as it didn't look here on today's morning. So in the morning we created here a lower low and now are pumping here a little bit more to the upside. Got rejected on the 50 moving average chart of the 50 moving average on the daily. But even also here, we got a perfect flip of the 200 moving average and also on the 50 moving average by the 50-minute chart. So which is definitely some more bullish momentum what we're seeing right now in the chart. And this is exactly the reason why we opened here also some trades. So our Bitcoin position is here still running on Bitfinex, so our swing position is doing well. We broke here our resistance line to the upside, got the perfect breakout to the upside. So this is exactly what we want to see here. And we are also open some other positions here. So we are open an AVAX position here because we saw also here on AVAX pushing a little bit more to the upside. We've put also some limit orders down below here. So as soon AVAX come a little bit back to the downside in this green box, we will also put a little bit more in our position because I expect here also AVAX getting here one more push to the upside, especially by Bitcoin breaking into higher levels. By Bitcoin getting the breakout, also the altcoins will follow. So that's also the reason why we are positioned here on our some altcoin position. If you also want to take all these trades, what we're doing here on this channel, just go in the video description. There you'll find a link, first of all, here to the exchange BYDFi. This is exactly the platform I'm using for copy trading. So also there you can take part of my copy trades. And otherwise, you find also a link directly here to Bitfinex. There you get directly 20% deposit bonus and even also trading level 1. So you'll save a lot of money on fees, but don't want to talk much about some exchanges. We are here to make some money by trading. So also here, AVAX doing good. So kind of get our limit orders. One limit order is still filled here, still left here. I will adjust it a little bit because I could imagine that we're getting one more leg down to test also the 50 moving average again before we see here this move to the upside. As soon we're breaking this kind of level of these, what is it? 1,445 US dollars, kind of like this level, we want also get here in to scale up my position here. So then I will increase my margin and also put leverage more higher. So this is exactly what I'm looking out for. Especially AVAX is looking super strong as long as we are holding this support line to the upside. So this is exactly what we are facing here right now. One more push in our green box would be gave us a new entry also here on AVAX, but this is exactly what we are waiting for right now. By the way, if you are waiting for the trades coming into profit, we can also have a quick look on Bitcoin, because on Bitcoin we are perfectly on track here on our inverse head and shoulders pattern, as I mentioned in today's video already. By the way, if you're new to the channel, just subscribe and also leave a like on the stream that you never miss out also on the couple of next videos are performing here on the channel. I will do every day an update video in the morning for you, so definitely be part also of the next show. Otherwise, the target would be here 145,000 US dollars if we are breaking out here in direction of 118,000 US dollars. Quick look also on the liquidation. Sees we are filled all the liquidity down below here in the lower part of 111,000 US dollars, and now we have no more liquidity left here down below. So there is the main liquidity is setting on top of us. First liquidity starting here at 113,900 US dollars. This is exactly also the next levels here for Bitcoin. If we are getting here a little bit closer, it's exactly where the 50 moving average is sitting. So as soon we're flipping the 50 moving average to the upside, we should also potentially see way higher prices also on Bitcoin. Fill especially here this imbalance between 114,500 US dollars and 113,800 US dollars. So this means we should be already be on track here. It's also the reason why we opened some other positions here. So now here our AVAX position is kind of like on break even, a little bit in loss, and also our Dodge position is here the same, little bit in loss. As soon we're getting here You can also scale a little bit more in the Dodge position because Dodge looks super strong here right now. So we are getting also here when we take this Fibonacci. Oh, different side. We can put also our Fibonacci level. If we could potentially get here, move here to downside 1 second. We take this from today. We should potentially get here, yeah, even a little bit lower in direction of 40 cents, 45 cents here before we see here the pullback to the upside. So this is exactly what I'm looking out for. So soon we're getting here, not losing this box here to the downside. I will be not that worried about my position here. Otherwise, our AVAX position is doing quite well right now. So soon we're getting the push from AVAX here above this kind of level here. We can also scale our position on AVAX. Means if you don't know how you can do this strategy, what I'm doing all the time on my trades, just watch the video on my channel, or I will also explain you a little bit simple for you. We choose the leverage, so we put the leverage higher. So we can also adjust our margin and pull out our margin. And then we have a trade like kind of risk-free, which less margin, but the same position size. And this is exactly how we're doing the trading here on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, definitely watch out the videos on my channel about different strategies. Otherwise, don't forget even also to take part of the next streams we are doing here on the channel. We are all doing here live trades every day, or even also update video in the morning. And now, as you can see here, our trades performing still good. AVAX is here moving into profit. Also our Bitcoin position doing here super good. Also in profit. And even also here we have also different Bitcoin positions still running. $40 now in profit, 20% in profit. This is exactly what we want to see here. We can also remove our, or can also set our stop loss already here in profit for Bitcoin. So we can also didn't lose here any money here on our Bitcoin trade, but main focus is here right now on our AVAX trade and also on our Dodge trade, which is kind of like on the break even here right now. So as long we are not losing here our trend line on AVAX, this trend line to the downside, we should be all fine. Otherwise, we can also check if we are getting here in some other trade position, which is maybe also nice to position here in some altcoin positions. Let's check also on Solana here. First of all, before we get on Solana, let's quick adjust here. It's fine. Yeah, it's doing good. Solana. Let's have a quick look on Solana. Let's go for Solana for a 5-minute chart. Yeah, we can get here in the Solana position as soon we're getting here this kind of level. Let's put here already a limit order, put $20 here. And then scale also a little bit lower. Second position. So for Solana, we wait till we came here down to testing here this EMA. Also here on Dodge, I want to keep this open. XRP is not interesting right now for us. Maybe for a short, but I don't want to short this market right now. Yeah, as soon we're getting here into our green box on Solana again, we can also open here a position on Solana. Otherwise, for Solana, we have also to wait to break here our resistance line to the upside. As soon we're breaking this resistance line to the upside, we should also get here into higher levels. But the sad part about Solana also here making lower lows, same on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin already broke here out of our resistance line to the upside, which actually Solana is not doing. So there could potentially also even one more leg lower here on Solana in direction of, let me put the indicators quickly into it so we can see what we're having here. Okay, indicators not loading. Indicators not loading. Okay, let's load this chart again. And the indicators are not loading. Otherwise, yeah, yeah. If we're getting one more push to the downside, we can enter here. So let's go here for Solana. Hopefully now the indicators are loading. Yeah, on Solana, exactly there, we have also sitting our 50 moving average on the 50-minute chart. So exactly the level we are watching right now. So as soon we are getting one more touch, 212. What is our entry? 211. Maybe can get here one more level before. Let's have a quick look. 5-minute chart. Let's wait till the indicators is loading. Yeah, on the 5-minute chart, we're already testing our 50 moving average. So it could be a potentially good entry, but I will wait here a little bit lower. So I will keep my limit orders as it is right now. So we don't want to move here our limit orders there. We can also have a quick look on Ethereum and Bread. Bread I didn't analyze that much, but we can have a quick look. So let's go first of all for Ethereum. So Ethereum, let's go first of all for the daily chart. And then we will break it down into lower levels. My trading view is very slow today. So let's go here for the daily chart. Yeah, for the daily chart, we broke to the downside, exactly what we are talking about on the triangle. So we broke exactly to the downside, respecting here our support line to the downside. Here, as long we are not losing this kind of level of 4,000 US dollars kind of way, we should be all fine. So if we lose this level, we should get a little bit more in trouble. But as long we are staying here on top of this level, we are kind of good. Let's also get here into the 4-hourly chart. Yeah, we have some resistance in top of us, especially when we pull out the indicators in top of us. So we have the 50 moving average on the daily chart on top of us, which means gave us some resistance line. So we also have here clear resistance sitting in this kind of level. I only flip more bullish on Ethereum as long we are getting here in top of our resistance line, and also on, especially on the 1-hourly chart, we can see it more clearer than on the indicators. We are exactly fighting right now with the 50 moving average on the 1-hourly chart. So it means keep us more level to the downside. And as long we are not able to flip the 50 moving average bullish, we should a little bit more concerned about Ethereum, because Ethereum looks not that bullish as on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin already flipped our 50 moving average here on the, not only on the 50-minute chart, also I think also on the 1-hourly chart, we should already flip it. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, also on the 50-minute, also on the 1-hourly chart, we already flipped our 50 moving average to the upside, which gave us now more support here. Only the 50 moving average on the daily chart is holding us back. That's the reason why we got some rejection to the downside. But as long we are on Bitcoin, not fall lower than the 50 moving average, we should be all fine. But this is exactly the problem for Ethereum. Ethereum is here trading under the 50 moving average on the 1-hourly chart, and even also on the 4-hourly chart, and even also on the daily chart, which means we should have a little bit more pressure to the downside. Only on the 15-minute chart, Ethereum looks a little bit more stronger, because here we didn't make a lower low today, so which is kind of okay. Yeah, last night we make a lower low, but also on Bitcoin. But also here on the 50-minute chart, we're getting directly rejected off the 50 moving average again. So which means Ethereum is not showing that much strong that's like on Bitcoin. But we can also have a quick look on the heat map on Ethereum, how the liquidations are looking there. This is very interesting for Ethereum. So we cleared all the liquidity to the downside on Ethereum, same as on Bitcoin. And the main liquidity is sitting on top of us. So main liquidity is here around 4,600 US dollars till 4,700 US dollars. So as soon we are breaking the 50 moving average on the daily chart on Ethereum, here, this kind of level around $4,200 to the upside. It could be potentially getting very, very quick as soon we're losing here this level to the downside. We can potentially even get in the highest candles as before to the upside. So there's, as I mentioned, there's a lot of liquidity sitting on top of us. If we're getting now a closer look on the 48-hourly chart, we can also see there is more liquidity to the upside. So the direction for Ethereum should be clear, but the indicators telling us here that we are having a little bit more, what is it? Yeah, more resistance to the upside. So I only want to flip here super bullish for Ethereum. Assume we are flipping here the indicators in the bullish way. Then you're also talking about bread. To be honest, I didn't analyze bread at all, but we can have a quick look on bread. But mainly bread will react like all other altcoins. So if Ethereum is not moving higher, bread will do the same. And even also the same remains for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin will not flip here our 50 moving average on a daily chart to the upside, you don't need to trade on altcoins, because also the altcoins are mainly performing by the Bitcoin. But to be honest, bread looking not that bad. So we're also here on the 50-minute chart retesting the 50 moving average. So for a quick scalp, why not? It should be possible. Let's have a quick look here, a little bit closer. 5-minute chart. So for a scalp position, quite good, to be honest. Retesting the 200 moving average right now, but losing already the 50 moving average. So assume we're getting here the 50 moving average a little bit like this, and also the 200 moving average, and then the price will also come here back here. This is a moment where you can enter a scalp position for bread, but before we are not flipping the 50 moving average bullish, I would also consider here more downside movement for bread. On the daily chart for spot, why not? You can also accumulate spot here for bread. But as soon Bitcoin will not move here higher, also bread will not moving higher. But we're respecting here on bread. Here also our resistance line to the upside. But we broke it. Let's see a quick look. Yeah, on bread we have to get here directly into our support line. And as soon we're getting in this support line, we could face a little bit more on the bullish side. But otherwise, I don't want to trade here on altcoins like bread or meme coins, because especially in a market like we have it right now, it makes more sense to trade, yes, on altcoins, but more on the bigger altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, Doge, AVAX, or also DOT, which have a little bit more volatility creating here. So we're a little bit more safe here on these trades. Especially here, like on AVAX, we are talking about this, respecting here our trend line to the upside. I think our AVAX position should be doing very good for this one. Yeah, AVAX doing quite good. So our trade on AVAX is here great in profit. We can also set here our take profit for AVAX. Let's have a quick look. Take profit would be here kinda. Can also first of all remove here our limit order from our scalp position. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, we can remove our limit order and take profit for AVAX. We can set here to this high, kind of like this level. So this would be our take profit here for our AVAX position. And for stop loss, we can already use our stop loss to break even, so that we are already protecting ourselves to get here definitely some profits. All the way, our profit or our day is still profitable, so we're doing here still good on the trades. If you want to copy all these trades with me together, just go in the video description there, find a link directly to my copy trading. So you can also take these trades I'm doing here on the channel absolutely for you. Otherwise, also make an account on the exchange. I'm using two different exchanges here. First of all, I'm using here BYDFi, where I do all my copy trades here. You can just sign up under the link. Very important for copy trading, you need to be signed up under my link, otherwise copy trading will not working for you. And my main position are doing all here on Bitunics. The great part about Bitunics, you get 20% deposit bonus here. It's just lasting, I think, 5 or 5 or 6 days till the bonus will create for you. So you get your deposit bonus, 20%. If you deposit $1,000 US, you get $200 US for trading. You can just use it for all your trades. And you also get VIP level 1. So you save like more than on fees as on other exchanges. So definitely check also out these exchange in the video description. Let's have a quick look also on Solana, because Solana getting a little bit closer to our entry here. We have set it here on the 200 moving average. So also here on Solana, we can also get here in our trade very, very soon. Otherwise, seems to be like we will stop out here on AVAX soon, but I will not remove my stop loss there. I will, it's okay if we are stopped out. We're looking for next entry, because it could be already that we're getting here one more push to the downside in our zone here, our resistance line or support line to the upside. So as soon we're getting one more touch there, I will also put a little bit more or open a new trade here on AVAX as soon we're stopping out. Yeah, now we're stopped out on AVAX. So let's find a new entry. Let's have a quick look. So we can get here a little bit closer. It's kind of like here I would prefer. Open here, trade, and also put a limit order down below here. And where we put your next limit order, AVAX, green box. Hopefully the limit order will not get catch with few millimeters without us. That's very sad. Let's adjust this a little bit. Maybe it would be better if I remove my stop loss and we are getting not stopped out, but it's all fine. So let's wait for one more push to the downside, but otherwise, yeah, stopped out break even on AVAX. It's okay. So we stopped out break even here, kind of like a little bit of fees, but the trade before went good, so it's okay. Let's wait for another trade. Maybe we can also enter here. Oh, AVAX is now shooting to the upside. That's very sad that we are stopped out there. So let's have a quick look on some other trades. Solana. I think we also set a limit order on Solana. Yeah, down below there. If we are getting here a little bit more continuation now to the downside, or if we're flipping now, then we can also open here a position. But otherwise, I will keep a little bit waiting for Solana. I don't want to rush too early in our Solana trade. I mean, we are retesting the 50 moving average already. But there could be one more leg to the downside to the 200 moving average and then get the push to the upside. Also 15-minute chart. See on the 15-minute chart, exactly there we have our 50 moving average sitting. So this is exactly what I'm waiting for, getting here one more push to the downside and get then in our Solana position. So let's see if we get this trade today. Otherwise, it's okay if Solana runs without us. Ethereum, can I have a quick look? Not that good. What is AVAX doing? Let's put AVAX here for my favorite. Yeah, now pushing to the upside. Maybe it was a little bit too early to move our stop loss to break even, but sometimes it is like it is. I will be not that mad. Hopefully we're coming back and then now it's pushing crazy to the upside. Let's have a quick look also on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is also getting direction move to the upside. For Bitcoin, it's very important right now that we are flipping the 50 moving average on the daily chart to the upside. As soon we are flipping the 50 moving average on a daily chart to the upside, the direction in $115,000 should be clear. And this means also our inverse head and shoulders pattern will be confirmed here. As soon we are getting here up to $118,000, and if we reach $118,000, trust me, the next all-time high is not that far because we have a big imbalance in between $119,000 and $123,000, and then the trade target of our inverse head and shoulders pattern from the neckline to the head, pointing by the breakout, would be here. Yeah, a great all-time high to the upside. So this is exactly what I'm looking right now. And this is also the moment, or it's also the reason why I open, or why I have still my Bitcoin position here on Bitunix open. So I will not adjust here anything here also on my Bitcoin position here. As soon we are getting here in direction of $115,000, I will put more margin in. Same belongs also to my Bitcoin position over here. This is very sad about AVAX. We should change the chart here. I don't want to see my trade who missed here. Let's delete also all my limit orders here, because these limit orders will not get catched. Maybe it would be better getting in the market order. But otherwise, back to Bitcoin. So here also our Bitcoin trade is also doing good. So $50 already in profit, 20%. Set our stop loss already to break even. So with this trade, we cannot lose here any money, which is absolutely great. So as soon we are reaching also here the next highs on Bitcoin, so especially when we're going here back to the 4-hourly chart, as soon we're reclaiming the $115,000 or $116,000 level, I will also scale into my trade, pull out my margin and scale the trade even higher by higher leverage, because exactly on the liquidations on Bitcoin, BTC, we can also see that exactly there the main liquidity will starting. So we have a lot of liquidity sitting on top of us on a 48-hour chart, but when we're going here to the 2-weekly chart, we can see the main liquidity is stacked to the upside. So it begins here $117,600 up to $119,000. So there is the main liquidity sitting, and it's also the reason why I'm so concerned that exactly this pattern will play out. And you see it already. $118,000 is exactly the level we need to break here to get a confirmation for our breakout to the inverse head and shoulders pattern. So this pattern is one of the important pattern and one of the bullish pattern we have ever seen here in the market. So it's nothing bad to grab here the liquidity to the downside by building the right shoulder when we are breaking here into higher levels. So this is exactly what I'm looking out, especially for the next couple of weeks here. Even also the performance of the weeks, we can have a quick look. Bitcoin performance per month. Let's have a quick look. In general, the months of November, October, December are super strong here for Bitcoin. We can see it here right now. So September, kind of okay, 5% already. Or 5%, it's nothing bad. So we also flipped here September. Even we get these massive candles to the downside, like building the lower lows. We are trading here in a good. Where is my chart? Where I have it? Here. We are closing the September definitely on a positive way, which means also, if you're counting the same days or the same years before, also November and December, or November and October and November will also count positive. And you see already October and November are these months where Bitcoin making the most gains here. So this is exactly what we are looking for. These extremely great gains over the next couple of months, what we can expecting here. And it means also potentially the play out of our inverse head and shoulders pattern. So definitely pay attention here on the monthly return here on Bitcoin, especially when we have in a few weeks, few days, the candle close here would be here around. Weekly close will be, let's mark this exactly here, not weekly close, monthly close would be here. There we have monthly close. So if we are getting the September just like moving a little bit sideways, or it's kind of trading in this range, it would be all fine. And then in October, we see the breakout to the upside. It would be exactly what I'm looking for. Let's have a quick look on our trade here. Dodge is kind of like break even. so it's okay. We can we will leave this Dodge trade still running, so we can first of all put your take profit already. So soon Dodge will be also breaking here these supported these resistance line here to the top. We will also get here in our trade target here. Otherwise my Dodge position will be running. I will build these Dodge position, I think also like more swing position, because as you can see, I put a little bit more margin in my Dodge position as on my normal scalp positions. So this is exactly what we are doing here. And as soon we are reaching here out these high here, I think kind of like this level, we could also adjust our margin, which means we pull out our margin and increase our leverage. If you exactly want to know how this strategy is working, just go under my YouTube channel. There you'll find a perfect strategy video. I will also put it directly in the chat here, where I copy the link. So there you can exactly copy my strategy. Super simple, super easy. Just open a trade by finding the perfect entry. Then as soon as the trade gets here a little bit in profit, very important for this strategy, you need to be in isolated modes. So you need to be here on an exchange where it's possible that you can change these margin mode and where you can change the leverage later by trading. So in my opinion, Bitfinex and also BYDFi are the best platforms for using this strategy, especially by Bitfinex. You get a deposit bonus of 20%. Link down below in the video description if you don't have an account yet there. And then you open the trade. If you open the trade, you can just here make here just some adjustments, like getting here on this pen, adjust your leverage, or even also adjust your margin, so you can reduce also your margin there, and then you could be already risk-free in the trade, which is absolutely amazing, especially if you have like lower accounts here or less money on the accounts. This is exactly, you can trade up also these accounts. Very, very important and very super important that you be here in an isolated mode. Otherwise, this strategy is not working. So definitely, if you want to try out this strategy, try it out only in isolated mode. But otherwise, let's wait here for our Dodge position. Still Dodge is performing, so we can also adjust our strategy exactly there. So we can also wait how the trade is here doing. So it will be like a small scalp trade here, first of all here, and then we can turn this scalp trade in a swing position here on Dodge. Let's have also a quick look on Dodge. Daily chart looks quite good. 15-minute chart on Dodge. Yeah, perfect bounce here on Dodge, as we already mentioned in the beginning of the stream or in the beginning of the video. Perfect bounce here. So we're great on track here. Even also on the 5-minute chart, we can see exactly the bounce as we talked in the level, and on the 50 move. We flipped already the 50 moving average, which is super bullish right now. So very important for us right now is here getting here over this high. If you're not getting over this high, it could be potentially even also getting a short confirmation, which means we're getting here into the 200 moving average again. So at least if we are breaking here in this kind of level, I want to put my stop loss on break even. That I will be not get out if we are reaching here lower levels here on Dodge, but mainly I'm focusing here for a long position. So we are getting here the move to the downside, to the upside, retesting the 50 moving average as we do it right now, and then getting into higher levels, because even also in the higher time frames looks more like a bull confirmation. So we came from an uptrend. Here we flipped the 50 moving average to the upside, retesting the 50 moving average. So it could be already getting here the next confirmation to the upside. This is exactly what I'm looking out right now. But at least if you're not breaking here on top of this kind of level, it could be already turned also in a short trend. And then I want to get out of my trade. So that's the reason why I want to get here, at least when we're breaking this level, my stop loss to break even. Very, very important for me. But otherwise, no break even in kind of like a little bit in loss, which is actually right okay. Can also have a quick look on some other AVAX reaching our high. This is very sad because exactly there we was stopped out break even. So sometimes maybe it's not good to put your stop loss on break even super fast or super quickly. Maybe we have to wait a little bit more, but it's all fine. So let's see how the trade on Dodge will playing out. XRP, we can also have a quick look on XRP. Yes, of course. Let's go here. I don't want to see AVAX again, so let's go here for XRP. Where we have XRP. It's right here. Wow, XRP was flying, getting now some rejection on hourly chart. XRP filled already the whole move to the upside, which is kind of super bullish, but now it's very important also for XRP to flip here, these box here, and to get more continuation to the upside. So we perfectly get all this move as a recovery to the upside. Now it's very important to flip here, retesting. Also have a quick look on the indicators so we can tell us a little bit more. Let's put the indicators also in. Now directly on the 50 moving average on daily chart, which is super bullish if we are flipping the 50 moving average on the daily chart. 50 moving average from the 50 minute on 1 hour chart already under us, which is great. But the 50 moving average on daily chart gives us a little bit more resistance. So assume we're not able to get here in top of the 50 moving average, see like a confirmation like this one, it could be already that we are getting here into lower levels, something like retest and then getting here one more leg to the downside. So that could potentially even happen if we are not able to reclaim the 50 moving average. So it's now very important that we have an eye on it, especially on the 4-hourly chart or also on the daily chart over there. So we are now also getting here a vector candle for XRP. If you are in an XRP position right now and you're long XRP from down below here, take some profits. Definitely take some profits because there will be at least retesting the 50 moving average here. So at least come down here in this kind of level before we get continuation. So if you're long bit XRP since down below here, take some profits out there. Definitely take some profit outs. Our trade doing good. Bitcoin in profit. Also Dodge kind of break even. So it's okay on our trade. So for XRP, we can get in a long position as soon they're getting a retest. So let's have a quick look if we can get here also in a long position for XRP. I want to wait, or interesting level for me would be here 50 moving average. So this kind of level we could potentially get here as a long position, quick scalp. So soon we're getting here into the stream in this kind of level, we can go here in a long position. Otherwise, just wait for XRP. Just wait. If you're in a long position right now, take some profits. And if you are waiting for a long position, wait here for the 50 moving average. Dodge is here kind of like on break even again. Let's set a limit order on XRP. XRP. Limit order here around so adjust the leverage a little bit. Let's make $50. No, so less. Make $80. No, it's not possible. So I set a limit order here for XRP down below here, as I told already before. 50 moving average. There I want to place a limit order for XRP. So if we're getting this push to the downside, I expect to see a bounce back to the upside. Otherwise, just let's wait till the level will reach. Our Bitcoin position is doing good, so nothing to worry about our Bitcoin position. Our Dodge trade is kind of like a little bit in loss, but it's okay. We also here had our perfect entry here on the 50 moving average, kind of like a little bit in loss, so nothing needs to be worried. If we're getting one more push to the downside, maybe I scale a little bit more in my position, but I want to be out if we are getting here to the 200 moving average. So if you're not in a position right now, great possibility to enter here on Dodge. Let's have a quick look. Maybe we can set here one more limit order here down below. Kind of here. If we're getting one more push to the downside, we can add here a little bit more to our position. So which means, yeah, it's okay. It's kind of okay. We can make like kind of $50 to our take profit. It's a good risk to reward ratio, which is kind of good. Let's go here to Dodge. Yeah, Dodge looking great for a long position here right now. Dodge is exactly fighting with this level here. So which means we have a lot of resistance and support either by the way in this kind of level. So assume we are flipping this level to the upside, would push us immediately into higher levels. Because there's less price action over there. So it means it's long. The price will go sideways in the lower time frames. Means more and more as soon we're getting the breakout will be higher. So it's exactly what we are waiting here for us. If we're getting one more push to the downside, we get scale in our position again one more. But otherwise, we are waiting here for our orders. Quick look on XRP again. XRP the same. We could potentially enter XRP a little bit earlier. But it could be already too risky. Let's go here for the 3-minute chart. Yeah, a little bit earlier maybe. Maybe here. But I don't want to rush in the position that early because we have the 50 moving average straight under us. So it means that one more time we definitely have to come down to test the 50 moving average, especially on the 15-minute chart or also on the 5-minute chart for the scalp trades, what we're doing here right now. So we will for sure come one more down to test here the 50 moving average. So I don't want to rush here in the position too early. Same we done on Dodge. This is exactly why we are kind of like in a loss a little bit, because on Dodge we are rushed a little bit too early in our trade, but it's all fine. Trade is running. Bitcoin trade is doing well. That's important. $53 in profit. Exactly what we want to see here. That's exactly what we want to do here. You can also join my copy trading here. So just go in the video description there, find a link to our copy trading, or even also in the link here, you can just follow my copy trades. As you can see here, since a few days, I'm starting copy trading again. Before I was copy trading here on Bitunix. Now we are starting again. Our goal will be here doing 1% every day, doing still good. As you can see, the whole day kind of profitable. Let's refresh this quickly. So 4% here already, 2 trades running, kind of $125 we already made here. Some trades also like in loss, but main trades are doing here still good. So these are the trades from today. We have an AVAX trade, we are Dodge trade. One Dodge trade got stopped out break even, kind of like a little bit of fees. AVAX trade, Ethereum trade. Then we have, I think, also some Solana trades. Yeah, also some Solana trades, Ethereum trade, also trades there. Good win ratio. So just check out the videos, just check out the link in the video description. Very important, copy trading is only working if you sign up under my link. So just check it out under the link in the video description. But let's go here back to our trade. It's more interesting to talk about the trade as on copy trading. So Bitcoin pushing higher, which means also our Dodge position will get here into higher levels. And as soon Bitcoin will take out these high here at this kind of level. Let's mark this quickly. So I want to see Bitcoin reaching this purple level today. This is the goal for Bitcoin, to get here in this kind of level here for our trade. Dodge trade, a little bit of loss, it's fine. What is XRP doing? Straight to the upside again. Let's have a quick look also on Solana. Did we set a limit on Solana? Let's check this quickly. I think yes. Yeah, also I set a limit order here for Solana. So also here we are waiting to come in our trade position. Which level we mentioned for Solana? 211. Kind of this level here down below. Could potentially even also go quick other position right now. This would be a perfect entry here. This zone. If you're getting one more leg here in this kind of zone, we can also potentially see here a W pattern. So if you're getting one more leg here to the downside, retesting the 50 moving average, this will also be a good opportunity to get here in a Solana position. But Solana is here getting now in higher levels. I mean, also Bitcoin is pushing here to the upside. Yeah, Solana is getting in higher levels. Let's remove these limit orders. Yeah, trade Solana is going. Where we have next resistance for Solana coming in? 50-minute chart. Yeah, if Solana breaks now this kind of level to the upside, also here 216 US dollars should be definitely in the cards. Then we could potentially go here in a position for trading the breakout. Okay, I'm a little bit lower now. We came down below in this level, testing the 50 moving average again. Then we can also enter new Solana position. Dodge is kind of doing nothing, like kind of on our break-even entry. Push a little bit to the downside now. Yeah, on Dodge, we need to be a little bit more patient with Dodge getting here into higher levels. Otherwise, XRP, we have still a limit order open. Yeah. I will keep the limit order for XRP still opened, so I will update you in the Telegram channel how our Dodge position is doing and even also our XRP position. So make sure to be also in our Telegram channel. I will also post you the link here directly in the chat, or you find it under our video in the video description. So definitely also join our Telegram channel. There you get also trade ideas, also ideas about some strategies, how you can participate all of from the crypto market. So definitely check out also our Telegram channel. Otherwise, that's basically all from the video today. Waiting here for our Dutch position. Bitcoin is doing good. Waiting for our XRP position. Outlook for the day is still Bitcoin have to reclaim here the 50 moving average on the daily chart. And otherwise, I will give you a complete update about all these next trade setups here for Bitcoin on tomorrow's morning video. So definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then we see in the next video or the next stream tomorrow.